Folks, just to give you a rundown of this Hachiko crossing here at Shibuya. What is so interesting these days is that it's probably about 50 to 70% of the people who are crossing at the junction here are tourists mostly, and so that puts the volumes up on a constant basis as large numbers crossing. Otherwise, this crossing was only in the past was only busy during the rush hours, as there's an intersection and there's one of the retail spots here in Japan. Today it is overwhelmed by the everyone wants to get a photo inside. As you can see, it's all selfie sticks. The people jumping, they're going before the actual green light is assigned, and more so that the tourists are taking a pretty much of a risk to cross this Hachiko crossing, because they just, when even that is red, they keep crossing, and you can see the traffic just missing or dodging through the crossing. And this wasn't the case where about 10-15 years ago, where there was hardly any tourists about the country. Today it's an influx of tourists that's pretty much filling the crossing. Otherwise, it's a golden week here in Japan. There won't be that many people on a Saturday like this. But it's a different score altogether now. If you look at it, they're simply going across to one side and then waiting to cross over this side because they didn't get the proper shot as they crossed the first time around. And yeah, so that's Hachiko crossing for you. The essence of the crossing, the real purpose of the crossing is completely defy the very very purpose. And also, one of these days they're going to pull on a restriction on this crossing, because the tourists are to making the traffic flow and the traffic at this junction more of a risk. And mark my words, and you will find this crossing will soon be shut if there was a major risk factors involved. And as it is, it's a hugely risky matter because the traffic is just keep dodging. It's good that the Japanese drivers give a little bit of conscious and respect for the, as that guy probably been jumping 3 or 4 times now. I don't know if you can see him. And all he's done is kept jumping up and down. And it's crazy, right? That this sort of behavior, and where a traffic crossing has been, or a pedestrian crossing has been, turned into a tourist disastrous crossing now. Anyway, that's what people want. There you go, it's red and they're still crossing. And there's Mario cars over there as well. There's one still running across. There you go. Considerate drivers in Japan. For that reason alone, there are not major accidents. If it had been anywhere else, of course, many would have been killed.